Hi guys, Nothing to Prove here. Today's a beautiful day because any day one can be out on two wheels is a beautiful day. It is the Sport Scout RT. What makes it RT? Basically, you're looking at hard cases, 33 liters or 10 gallons between the two of them, and they're lockable. This little bikini fairing looks cute. And these 6-inch handlebar risers. I'll get into how that feels in a moment. But the motor, this thing, I've never been on a V-twin that likes to spin up as fast and as much as this thing likes to spin up. We're putting at about 105 ponies and 111 Newton meters, so the power and torque are spot on. They're right there, especially at $4,000. You really feel the pull. This thing loves to spin up. Those are the numbers now, but numbers are often different when you ride the bike. How are they on the street? Let's just do a roll on to 100 and just go through the gears and see how good everything is. Oh yeah, beautiful. 6, there we go. Beautiful. Liking it. If it makes you laugh, then that's the whole point. Let's try to go down, shall we? Oh, beautiful. Just a little blip, just a little bit. Oh, nice. Flip it back up. Oh, slick, smooth, almost Japanese-esque. Say an American product that's almost as slick as Japanese transmission. Yeah, no kidding, guys. You can drop 2, no problem. 3 even, and then go back up. No. That is a great marriage, great transmission right there. Although I've never complained about the Scout transmission. It's always been slick, smooth, and does whatever you tell it to do, no problem. Oh yeah, nice. That is, yeah, and the torque is right in the right spot, right there at $3,000. It really starts to come on, and then at 4, you're, whoa. So beautiful torque, beautiful power. This engine loves to rev, loves to spin, loves to go faster. So that's why this engine and transmission are getting 2 thumbs up from me. Boom, boom. 41 millimeter diameter, 120 mils of travel, non-adjustable right side up fork. And over here on this side, yeah, you see there's no disc on this side. And this is a 298 disc with a 2-piston caliper there. And yeah, look at that bad boy. That is a 19-inch. Liking that. And this is a 16-inch back here. These Metzler Cruise Techs. Same disc size in the rear, 298, except a 1-piston way up there that you will see there. And this frame is still the same as it was updated a couple years ago, where the radiator isn't built in. It's more hidden. I like this much, much better than the first version or the original version of the Scouts. And how does this suspension and brakes feel on the street? These right side up forks are soaking up these bumps, although yeah, the 19-inch really helps with this soaking up all the bumps on the front here. But then the rear only has a 76 millimeter travel, so 3-inch. So it's like, ooh, okay, the front is really taking the abuse, and then the rear, okay, your lower back has to suffer from that. But other than that, it's not bad. I'm not complaining for a cruiser. Now let's see, braking into the corner here. That was a little too much braking. Okay, so that front brake is not bad. Let's try it again. Not bad at all. Okay, I can tell it's only a single disc with 2 pistons in it, because it does take some pressure, but that's standard pressure for a cruiser. The feel and the feedback is okay. Now let's try the rear. Yeah, nice. Oh, there, I can tell, right? Yep, beautiful. That's what you want to do, is you want to always say, I think the ABS should, yeah, there, hey, there's some guys. Hello. They're taking an afternoon off. And that's what you want on a rear brake, though, to be able to, I think it's gonna, and then it does. The ABS kicks in. That's perfect. Nice feel, nice feedback, about the right amount of push, pressure that you want to apply. No brainer. You're looking at this bikini fairing, bug death and all, comes from the factory. This is metal. That is steel. There's no plastic on here. And coming back here, you'll see right behind the bikini fairing, these are your 6-inch risers, or 152 millimeter riser that comes with this. And of course the bar end mirrors, and yeah, look at these bags. How do we get into them? They're lockable, just like this, and they open up this way. And I have my gloves and scarf in there, and not bad for 37 liters in total for between both bags. And no, you cannot get your helmet in here. I tried. It's too wide. This here, the distance from here to here is too narrow. If they made it another inch, maybe, if they came out just another inch, then you could probably get a helmet in here. So yeah, interesting why they didn't do that. This is 680 mils off the ground here in Europe, but if it's in the US, it's 654. I don't know why there's a difference. Indian has that. I don't know what they did, but the riding position, yeah, you're basically dragging your feet, and yeah, it's the foot forward. Now you notice this reach to the handlebar. I would not get this. I would go for the classic handlebars that come back. And yeah, then that's about right for me. That's what I would do. This forward is this sport. I guess I'm not very sporty anymore. I'm more concerned about my back than that. So that's the seat and the riding position, foot forward. This is 13 liters filled up, weighs 257 kilos. How do those kilos feel at low speed? The on-off throttle is pretty good here. It's easy to be smooth with this cruiser. Of course, it's a cruiser. But here at low speed, here, let's go all the way down into first. Even in first. At 30, I gotta check, make sure there's no cars. Okay. Even at first, it's spot on. Wow, I'm surprised. And this ability to avoid obstacles in the road is pretty good for a cruiser. Okay, this is 257 kilos, so okay, yeah, it's still, you feel it, yes, but it's easy. I'm very surprised. But this riding position is also a severe problem with this forward, the short handlebar. I would have to get the classic handlebar to where your hands are back just about 100 mils or 4 inches. That would be no problem. But this suspension, you can probably hear that in my voice. You can, this is 3-inch suspension on the rear. What is it, 70 mils? Yeah, but it's a cruiser. This is typical for a cruiser. And so at low speeds, this, for what it is, we've got to remember, this is a cruiser. For what it is, yes, it's getting 2 thumbs up from me, no problem. Boom, boom. Not a lot going on here, but enough. And of course, here's where the stocks would go, but no, they're here for this version. And then you have your 4-inch TFT, not much going on here. Oh, and where do you turn on the ignition on and off? Right down here is where you turn that on and off. Now you have two different looks of these screens. You just swipe it and it goes to that one. This one looks a little busy for me. So here's your speed, and then here's your RPM and fuel. But I prefer this one, really. It's very simple. That's all you need. And you're getting your direction and so on. Now, if you clip this, there you can change over into your menus and this, different things. But this navigation is nice. I love that coming standard on this bike. Then you download the app and you can plan in a route, and then the next time Bluetooth it to this, and boom, now you're riding your route. And no extra screens, and your smartphone is safe in your pocket wherever you may be, or stick it in the suitcases with a battery hooked up to it so that it doesn't drain it dead, because that's what happens to me a lot. Verdict: I am liking this. Thank you for adding hard cases, Indian, and lockability. That's always nice, especially in your urban areas. Just throw it in there, lock it, nobody's going to rifle through your stuff. That's a nice option. And this bikini fairing, it's okay. And it did break the wind in this part of my chest, but then I was still getting hit about here and down the sides. But yeah, it's a cruiser, of course. It's not a touring machine, so it's expected. I think if I were to convert to cruiserdom, it would be a 1250, but more the classic with the handlebars coming back. So I'm in a little bit more upright riding position, although you can get that for this too. You can customize this however you want. Just check with Indian and then your country here in Germany.de, US.com, and so on. If you're coming over from the adventure bike, the touring bikes, and so on, naked standard bikes, and you want to get into cruisers, the 1250 is an excellent starting point to say, oh, is this something I want to continue with or not, and get bigger? Because this is really in the 250 kilo range. That's light by cruiser standards, whether you're looking at Indian, Harley, or any of the Japanese cruiser bikes like Star. Do they still make Star? Oh, I just thought of that. Yamaha. I don't know. I have to look. Anyway, overall, yeah, this bike is getting 2 thumbs up from me. Would I buy this? Only if I had put the classic handlebar on it. Then yes. Then it's set up to cruise then, and you can do just about any customizations you want here. If you want to stick a passenger on there, and anybody else on the back of that, you can customize till you're blue in the face. As always, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this review. Ride safe and ride like there's nothing to prove. Take care.